it never occurred to me to do another album this year or maybe even next year. I just had released Sacred Spaces. I was tired and I was still kind of in the middle of stuff, and the pandemic hit. I got COVID.
So this album was created during the time of the COVID-19 pandemic. At the time, Michael has been diagnosed with the COVID-19 virus, and I was quite worried for him. Eventually, he went through it, so I was glad he was okay.
I got a mild case, but for those of you who have gotten COVID, there's no such thing as a mild case of COVID.
This means the internet has made the world so small that we don't need to travel anywhere. Just right at our own house, I did the recording in my own home. Michael did his compositions in his place and sent the files to me through the internet protocol and file sharing. And once I got his track, I'll do the recording in my home studio using his track as a reference. So after that, I'll send it back to him and he'll do further editing on it.
And I got an email in April from one of our artists on myndstream, BlueMonk, and he hadn't done an album in a while, and he sent some material saying, "Hey, what do you think?" And I love the flute playing. I love the sound of it, the sound he gets, the texture, and all that stuff. And but the music, not as much. So I said, "Could you send me the session?" So he sent me the Logic session, threw it up on the computer, and I replaced every part but the flute. And I sent it back to him in Malaysia. He lives in, Kuala Lumpur, for goodness sake. And he loved it. He thought it was great. So I did a track for him to play to, and he did that. And then he sent me another track that had better music, and so I kept some stuff, and I added some stuff and whatever. So we're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and within 3 weeks, really 3 weeks, the 7 tracks for the album were done.
Karmic Dreams is a must-listen album for New Age fans especially, because it's a blend of the Eastern and the Western musical ideas, technology, and most of all, passions to make this album a reality.
This was really an opportunity to kind of take on a different template and bring a cinematic thing to it. There's moments in this album that remind me of the score for The Last Samurai, Hans Zimmer. And it was great. It's a great experience. And the funny thing is that I've never met Rasul, BlueMonk. I've never met him, and and we've talked a few times. We've emailed many times. But I've made an album that I'm really proud of with a person that I have never met. I do not know. He's a really beautiful guy. He's a very spiritual guy. He's music is a very important sort of spiritual expression for him. And I live in the Bronx, and I'm a New Yorker, and I curse all the time, and I love baseball. So the coming together of the two worlds, I think it's really cool to kind of fuse these two things together, and it has a beautiful, meditative, relaxing thing to it, and it is absolutely, positively what the world needs now. If you need a little oasis of calm, this is the place.
Stay tuned. Hope to hear from you, and God bless.